Hi Leos, this is Leo with Half Moon Tarot. I will be doing your November 2022 reading. I've already meditated over the cards and asked that Spirit bring whatever is necessary for you to hear, for you to know, expect, and be prepared for, okay? So in the reading, or in the meditation, the High Priestess came up, followed by the Queen of Coins, followed by the Empress, okay? And the first thing that came out was let them talk. Let them say whatever they got to say. Let them talk. Okay? Because you have been accomplishing a lot lately. And it is not your responsibility to prove people wrong. It is not your responsibility to prove people right. It is not your responsibility to answer to shit that has nothing to do with you. It is not your responsibility for how people feel about you. Let them talk. You continue to do whatever it is that you are doing, Leo, because you're winning, right? They may not see it, because they don't even know half of what it is that you're doing, but you're winning, okay? It's not even your responsibility at this point to look the part. That's how much work you're putting into it. It's just like, well, shoot, let me tie my hair up. Let's get it done, okay? You don't even have to flash. You don't have to be what the image is of that thing that it is that you're doing, right? You don't have to be that image. You just continue to do what you've been doing under the radar because they're going to talk. So let them talk. Let them talk. Okay? All right, Leos. Let's see what the reading has for my Leos, November 2022. The World card been coming out for a lot of these signs. All right, so the first card that comes up is the Eight of Cups, followed by the World card, followed by the Ten of Wands, okay? So let me wrap my mind around this. All right, Leos. The thing that comes out is routine, okay? Routine and check-ins and making check-ins a part of your routine, okay? It looks like that sometimes there are things that take priority over us checking in on ourselves, checking in on loved ones, but mostly ourselves, okay? And I think that it would build a deeper relationship with yourself if you start to do those check-ins, okay? It just seems like there's work, but there's no, how do I feel about this? What am I emotionally attached to that I can't let go? Okay? Because I think we run this track of our emotions, Leo, that it never changes. I think we run on an infinite track of our emotions, and we use that as a guide, but it's a false guide because it's the only emotions we've ever felt. Okay? And it's almost like once you start to check in on yourself, the emotions that you thought meant something might not mean that thing anymore. Okay? So for instance, people say, when I'm mad, I cry. You know, I don't want to be in an argument because I'll end up crying, and when I get mad, and I don't like to cry, right? And they've taken that indication as when you are crying, that it really means you're mad, right? And maybe that was true for some time, right? And deeper than that, if we were to check in with ourselves, we would say, why are we truly crying? What do these tears really mean, right? Tears could mean grieving the fact that you are detaching from someone or something. It could mean that we are starting to detox ourselves from someone or something. It could mean that we are letting go of an idea, right? An idea of what we thought a situation was or what we thought a person was, and they just proved that that was incorrect and we weren't right about that, right? So we might be letting go of an idea of someone or something when we are, and then that activates us to be mad at the fact that we weren't right about you. Damn. Now I gotta, now you've painted a completely different picture, and that saddens me, but it enrages me at the same time, right? So checking in regularly on your emotions so that you can get off of this track, this monolithic track of what the emotions that you're feeling are and what they mean, could be something that helps you moving forward, especially when it has to do with the things that you're doing, when it comes to your passion, when it comes to something that you were sent here to do, okay? Because you don't want these monolithic emotions, okay, to throw you off the path of what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So having those weekly check-ins, nightly check-ins, daily check-ins, just to make sure, hey, where am I? What does this emotion mean? What did that emotion mean this morning? Was I really mad, or was it something else? Where did it come from? Why did that trigger me the way that it did? Okay. Daily, okay. Constantly. All right, so the next card that comes out is the Magician card, followed by the Four of Swords, okay? And the Magician card and the Four of Swords, I like how they paired up in this reading, because it talks about how if this is something that you are in routine of, right? Whether you're doing it daily or constantly or monthly, nightly, whatever it is, as long as you are in that routine of checking in with yourselves, you could come into the Four of Swords. Now, in this tarot, the Four of Swords man, and I've seen it on several different tarots, and in several different tarots his face is just jacked up, okay? In this tarot, it looks like he's peacefully sleeping. It looks like he's peacefully enjoying something, and it is like the thought process that he's having, this daydream, this remembrance, this memory is just like, just sinking into it. And that brings me to the point of you checking in with yourself daily, because now I am in touch with my emotions and I know that they are a message for something. And once you get that message down, how peaceful your life can turn into, right? And not just life, but the thought process, okay? That thought process and the emotions behind it, okay? And that relationship with self. I think that once you start to check in with yourself on a routine basis, then you can also start to tap into, oh, am I getting sick? Ooh, I like that person's energy and they do it for me. I'm a pursue that. Ooh, this opportunity feels good. I'm gonna pursue that. Okay, the decision making, the thought process, the knowing, the discernment that you'd get from it is going to be more beneficial, more knowledgeable than just going with it for a logical purpose, right? One thing that we know is that emotions are illogical, right? They just don't follow any scientific thing, right? So if that is the case, then each of us has a unique emotional language, right? And people call them love languages, and you're one of this and you're one of that. What if you were all of them and some, right? You were all of them and some. Because in different situations, your different emotions are going to shine through. Okay? But you have to figure out what that language is for you, right? Because once we know our emotional language and we gain emotional intelligence, then we can start to communicate clearer. We have clearer thoughts. We know our bodies better. We know our mental health, our physical health, and 100% our emotional health. That gets us connected spiritually in a deeper fashion. Last card that comes out, Leo, is the King of Cups, okay? The King of Cups, he, in his latter years, he is very reflective and transparent, okay? It is like the older people in your family that really don't, they're very transparent. Like their words are their words, and you can either take offense to it or you can walk away, right? Because they're speaking their truth every single time they open up their mouths. And that's like the King of Cups, right? Very transparent. It is not going to always be the rainbows and unicorns. They'll give you some hard truths in that as well, right? They're not only going to tell you about their sunny days, they're going to tell you about their rainy days as well. So I really believe the leading up to this, like I said, you're going to become intelligent on all levels of being and be able to have those clearer thoughts, be able to have that clarity in your communication. And some people may call it blunt, people may call it direct, but the thing is, it's your truth. So when you're getting up to a point, Leo, where you can start to share that truth. And the only way to get to the bottom of it is to get to the bottom of your emotional intelligence, right? You're trying to intelligently know the body because the body is constantly giving you messages on where it needs to be at its optimal health. Like I said, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, it will give you the messages that it needs. And like I said, this is something that I said to the Cancers, like water is everywhere, right? That is the emotions, right? So the blood in the body, that's water, that's everywhere. Okay, water is in the muscles. Water is the thing that keeps everything floating in the body. So your emotions are everywhere in your body. And once you start to tap into that, you will be able to have that emotional intelligence to say, this hurts my heart space. Let me clarify in my communication to this person where this comes from and how it has hurt me. Now, the way that they take it is the way that they take it. Like I said, blunt, direct, however you want to call it. And it is not my responsibility to deliver it to you in a way that is going to make you feel uncomfortable when you hurt me. Okay? And it's not a tit for tat, right? It's just like I am extremely emotionally intelligent in my body to know that what you did, what you said, how you did it, how you said it, it won't flow over here. And let me clarify in my communication how. Okay? So you're getting to that point, Leo. Just keep moving and keep doing that. And yes, people are going to talk. Let them talk. And I think like the meditation was really for the ending of this reading, you know. We had to begin with the let them talk so you can tell them exactly what they're going to be talking about. All that Leo, you know, asshole Leo, they just say whatever. They don't care about your emotions or your feelings or whatever. No, you don't know your emotions or your feelings. So you're taking it, you're receiving it fully and wholly in a way that is going to be of your emotional intelligence, not mine. Okay? The way you react is a indication of your emotional intelligence. And right now, Leo, for the month of November, you're building that. So let them talk. All right, Leos, that has been your November 2022 reading. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and I'll see y'all next month. Bye.